Hi, I'm Andrew Gross, the Confidence Activator. Congratulations, Demishia, on 5 years of the Corporate Hustle Virtual Summit. Guys, if you've missed out on the last 5 years, this is the place you want to be. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur or corporate professional trying to make your way up the corporate ladder, this is the place to get the tips, the strategies, all the things you need. All the people you need to guide you in the direction you make.
Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Akina Finch, and I want to celebrate the 5th year of the Corporate Hustle Virtual Summit hosted by Demishia Samuels. This is the 5th year. You have been watching it year after year. I have been honored to be one of the speakers each year, and this year is going to be amazing. So come on and join us for the 5th year celebration of the Corporate Hustle Virtual Summit.
Demishia, congratulations on 5 years of the Corporate Hustle Virtual Summit. Now, it's been an absolute pleasure being a part of the Corporate Hustle Virtual Summit for consecutive years, and the knowledge that you learn from this lineup is priceless. Demishia, you've been so wonderful and amazing to put together a group of people who are pouring into your community and providing them with the resources and tools to be successful in life and in business. So if you're an aspiring or active entrepreneur, I highly recommend that you attend this event because you don't want to miss out.
Hey Demishia, it's Romonica Plachette, one of your corporate hustler speakers and biz friends. Girl, I just want to wish you the happiest anniversary. 5 years hosting a summit online is something to be really excited about. I just want to let you know I celebrate you, what you have put together over the years, from the graphics, the music, the speakers, everything that you've done has been on fire, and I celebrate you and the awesome women in your community. I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of helping with the transformation by helping more women show up on video. Super excited for you. I know that there is more to come. So keep doing amazing things. Keep setting the world on fire. Keep the wheels turning and burning with your Corporate Hustler Summit. Congratulations again on 5 years. That is definitely something to celebrate.
I began to learn and grow and research and learn and grow and research and fail and succeed and fail and try again and grow, because it's a cycle and it's a process and it's a journey for you to realize how to tap into your expertise, and then to, on top of that, monetizing that expertise, right? There we go. I created a brand that was respected, requested, and bringing in revenue. Superpowers were now deployed because I had tapped into my expertise. And that is what I want you to do. Because that day that I was at work and they brought in this book called Who Moved My Cheese and told me that I might get fired or I might get hired, and they just didn't know. And for months I was in limbo, still having to do a job, but not knowing if I was going to have a job. Let me know that I have to be a parapreneur, that I have to be someone that is able to earn money inside and outside of corporate America using what I know nobody can take away from me. And that's my expertise. Like, they cannot take away my mind. You cannot take away my experiences and my skills that I already have. And that is why I always want people to tap into their expertise. All right. Subject matter experts. All right. This is about clarity. Finding your swag and your expertise so that you can go from being unfocused to focused. Who and what you serve lies inside of your expertise. What are you great at? What are you known for? What have you studied? That is what we're going to tap into. Now, let's find out how and why you must be an expert. Now, why do I want you to become an expert? Now, you already heard me rant and rave that you need to do it because I want you to make more money. I want you to have control over your income. But I'm going to give you some tangible ways to show you why exactly you must become this expert ASAP. And you're already one and you just don't know it. So with expertise comes the potential to develop expert power. Now, manage the power correctly. Expert power earns trust and respect from others, making it easier to inspire people and to get everybody on board with new projects and ideas. When you're launching that new business, when you're putting out that new offer, everybody gets on board faster, quicker, and more efficiently when they see you as the expert. You don't have to chase clients. They will come to you. They'll come to you when you're the expert. Think about like Dave Ramsey or the Budgetnista. They don't have to chase clients. They're known as the financial literacy, financial experts. People seek them to speak. People go find their books on Amazon. People join their communities. People follow them on Instagram. They are the leaders, and people come to them now that they've established themselves as being the expert in their industry, the expert in their field. The Budgetnista started out with just budgets, but now we know that she has a wealth more of knowledge when it comes to financial literacy and what we should and should not be doing. But yet it all started with a budget and her saying, I'm an expert at doing budgets. Start with one thing, one idea, become the expert known for that one thing, and then it will spread and people will come to you, and you no longer have to play the chase game, hunting down people. Is people following me? Are people going to buy my product and services? Become an expert, and you won't have to worry about that as much. Your advice is no longer called into question. You know how you get that, imposter syndrome, or, you're scared that people are going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. When you establish yourself as an expert, because that is what you are, by just knowing more than someone else, and you begin to actually research and learn things in your industry and be around peers and become a thought leader in the industry that you choose, you're no longer going to be questioned because you can answer things. You have the proof. People believe in you. Therefore, your confidence is higher. You're answering questions with more authority, and we'll get into that later. But you no longer will be called into question because you have the receipts. You've done the research. You've executed. You've helped others. You've served. You've established yourself as saying, I know what the heck I am talking about, period. Point blank. Your advice is no longer called into question. They just don't question you anymore. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. When I'm suggesting, you take it or leave it, but you're not going to question where it came from or if I had the ability or the right to be saying it. You gain influence within your marketplace. You could also say in your church, in your home, in your community, at your job, whatever you deem a place where you want to be known as the expert at. You gain influence when you're an expert because people will follow you. People will believe what you're saying. They know you. They trust you, right? They trust your judgment. So you're influencing them to buy things, to read things, to do things, to execute. You become the authority. You become the one that's guiding people. You become their leader when you're an expert. And that's what you want. You want to gain influence. You want to be an influencer for good, helping people transform themselves, go through a journey, get over something, right? Whatever it is you're an expert at, you want to have influence over the people that deem you the expert. Okay? Listen, Linda. You can raise your rates. When you're an expert braider, when you're an expert speaker, when you're an expert in IT, when your experiences and your research and your knowledge super exceeds that of the average common person, you're an expert and you can charge your worth. That doesn't mean you're charging more than you should. It means you're charging your worth because this expertise did not come overnight. Okay? And so therefore we charge our worth. And you can do this when you're known as the expert in an industry. you can get your money for the services that you're providing. You're not a novice anymore. You're not a beginner anymore. You are now the expert and you charge accordingly, right? That's another reason why you must become an expert. I was in. You will attract attention due to your role as authority, to your role as you will attract attention due to your role as authority. You are the authority when it comes to X, Y, and Z once you're an expert. You're the authority at what the best method is. You're an authority at what the current fashion trends are. You're an authority when it comes to what marketing you should be doing on Facebook. You're an authority on how to grow your Instagram. You're an authority on how to become a better speaker. This will attract the people that you need and will repel others, because nobody is looking for a plastic surgeon who's an expert doctor when they don't want plastic surgery. But those who want it and seek that authority, they will find you. You will attract the attention from the people you need to serve, because you've established yourself as saying, this is who I serve. This is what I do. This is what I'm an expert at. When I tell people I'm an expert at LinkedIn, I help people build their brands, their personal brands on LinkedIn. I attracted people, professionals who wanted to build a personal brand using LinkedIn. Put my flag in the ground. When I expanded and said, hey, I help you launch your business and brand online, right? Put my flag in the sun. This is what I'm good at. Helping you launch, helping you create that idea. I am now the authority when it comes to working professionals who want to launch a business and not lose their jobs doing it, right? Even in my job, even in my 9 to 5, I am known for being the person who can put out a fire really quickly when it comes to our production and our billing system. Therefore, I'm called upon and I attract people who need to know strategically what we should be doing in that particular system, in that particular process. And that's what you want. You want to attract the right people to you so that you can serve your expertise to the correct person. You have a clear understanding of your marketing message. Once you're an expert and you put your flag in the ground, you know you're not serving everybody, your messaging clears up, what your TikTok should look like clears up, what you should be saying at church clears up, who you should be helping, when you should helping, and your no's are easier. Your yeses mean more when you say no. Because if you say yes to every opportunity and yes to helping everybody, then that means that your no means nothing, because you're gonna do it. Which, then your yes means nothing, because you're always telling people yes, 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 yes. Your no validates your yes. Your marketing, your message will become clear when you establish yourself as the expert in your industry. You won't have to think as hard because you're an expert at this. You got thoughts for days and days and days and days and days and days and days about this topic. When you're an expert, you got thoughts, you got ideas, you got this, you got that. You already know this is what it will look like in the future. This is how I used to think about it. This is how I want you to think about it. This is what the trend is. This is what the research I saw. All of these things happen once you establish yourself as an expert. You have a clear path and understanding to your marketing message. And this marketing message, don't take that lightly, because it means where you can use that for jobs. You can use that to build a business. Your marketing message is your personal message, no matter where you are, whether you're inside or outside of corporate America, whether you are building a business, have a side hustle, 9 to 5, or want to establish yourself as a speaker, an author, a committee member. It doesn't matter. You are marketing yourself at all times. And when you understand what you're an expert at and what your lane is and what you're good at, you'll be clear at communicating that to others. And that's my point of this slide. Okay. Other authorities and experts seek you. Birds of a feather flock together. I've run summits and now I'm on a summit. When you establish yourself as an expert, other people will want to collaborate with you. They'll want to seek your advice. They'll want to make sure that you're in the room. When you're an expert, People will put you in rooms you're not in because they'll be like, oh, I know such and such. They're an expert at that. Once you establish yourself as being that, people will seek you. Other experts, they're like, okay, I'm a social media person, but maybe I don't do LinkedIn. So then they'll come get me because I'm a LinkedIn expert, right? And show me opportunities that I never would have had. Or maybe you are somebody who does hair, but you don't do braids. So you always send your clients to the braid expert. Or maybe you're a speaker, but you don't speak on a certain topic, but somebody else is an expert at DE&I. So they go and recommend you, right? So you see, once you establish yourself as an expert, other authorities, other experts in your field, around your field, parallel to your field, will then seek you. Okay? Now, I hope that all of that made sense, that we are clear on why we need to be subject matter experts. I hope that, I don't know how much more I can tell you. Money, expertise, authority, influence, all of that comes, peers, networking, once you establish yourself as an expert. Now then you can establish yourself. Excuse me, I'm so excited. You guys, I love talking about this stuff. I nerd out on it. But you can establish yourself as an expert with your skills or your abilities. And both, really, right? What's the difference between a skill and ability? Let's talk about it really, really fast so that you'll know. Abilities are natural or inbuilt, while skills are learned behaviors. The ability is the measurement or the capacity in which you possess a skill. So let's take bouncing a ball. This is a skill, right? Boy A has the ability to dribble better than boy B, right? So he has you can lose your God-given abilities if you don't actually put them in the world as a skill. So although boy A has the ability to dribble better than boy B is out here doing dribbling skills, going to practice, doing it on the weekends. So now his ability will supersede boy A in this skill set. So you have to use your ability so they actually become a skill that you can monetize, so then you can then become an expert. So a skill can be turned into expertise, but you have God-given abilities. You're probably not using them to get skilled at them, right? Tap into them, get skilled at them. And I have a whole training on how to find skills that you can tap into. Use them so that you cannot lose your ability. If you are a great speaker, if your ability, you got the gift of gab, but you never speak, you never go to conferences, you're never on anybody's stage, you never go live. Now, here comes this other person who does not have the gift of gab, but they're going and speaking and they're doing podcasts. They're going to look like they have more ability than you because you did not use your ability. They have tapped into this ability and they're using it as a skill. You have the ability, but because you're not using it, it looks like you don't have the skill. So let's always make sure that we're using our abilities, our God-given gifts and talents, so that they become skills that we can monetize, like I said, inside and outside of corporate America or whatever it is you're actually trying to do. Now, I'm not sure why you showed up. I'm not sure why you're on this summit. It might be because you're fed up with having ideas and you're not sure what to do with them. You might have came to this one because you know you're an expert, but you haven't put yourself out there. You want to take control, maybe your financial outcomes, or maybe you're just out here winging it and you're sick of winging it. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's time to execute. Put those excuses away and let's begin to execute. Again, I told you there's a framework to what I'm saying. I want to remind you that I didn't just willy-nilly come up with this out the blue, that it is a framework, and step one is to always find clarity, right? That's how you plan and produce. Then you promote and position yourself, and then you pivot and you profit. Skills and get paid for them. Connect with me at Corporate Hustle U on Instagram or at Demishia Samuels on Instagram, or you can email me at hello@corporatehustleu.com. I always tell people, as long as you can spell my first name right, you can find me anywhere in the world. Demishia, Demishia, that is me. And I have enjoyed this being here with you guys. I'm here for Q&A. So I'm super pumped about the spirit of the women. And I'm excited that you took the time to invest in yourself, to believe in yourself, to just take time to improve yourself. And, you know, so you're already winning. Thank you. You guys have an awesome, awesome day.